Skill 6. How to stop overthinking, doubting yourself, and feeling like a cringe factory. Subtitle: Confidence for people who feel like walking apology notes. Confidence isn't a feeling. It's a skill you build while cringing your way through life. You think confidence is for people who walk into rooms like they invented light? Wrong. Confidence is for people who've messed up in public, survived the shame, and came back with snacks. Because let's be honest, you replay conversations like they're crime scenes. You apologize before you sneeze. You second-guess your texts, your tone, your existence. And your brain? It thinks confidence means being fearless. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to still show up, with fear riding shotgun and anxiety eating Cheetos in the back. So in this episode of How to Feel Like Less of a Walking Trash Fire, we're dropping 10 dead serious, gloriously dumb tips to help you shut down the overthinking spiral and build real, loud, slightly feral confidence. Let's start with the first 2 tips. Tip 1. You don't need to believe in yourself. Just pretend you do loudly enough. Here's the great secret of confident people. Most of them are full of sh*t. They just commit to the bit. They don't wait until they feel ready. They act like they're in the role already. It's not fake. It's rehearsal. Because your brain is basically a dumb actor. It believes what you perform. Over time, it becomes the character. So when you walk into a room, shoulders back, head up. Walk like you own 3% of a startup and nobody's allowed to ask questions. Say dumb things with conviction. Don't believe it yet? Doesn't matter. Confidence is karaoke. You don't need to hit the notes. You just need to commit so hard that people cheer anyway. Tip 2. Silence that voice that says, "Who do you think you are?" by answering it out loud. You know that voice. You're not smart enough. People are judging you. You'll look dumb. You're not qualified. Classic brain bully behavior. And most people, they try to argue with it. Don't. Interrupt it. Out loud. Rudely. Example. Brain, you're gonna mess this up. You? Cool. I'll mess it up confidently, like Beyonce falling downstairs. Brain, you're being cringe. You? Yeah? And I look cute doing it. Talking back to your inner critic isn't delusion. It's dominance training. You're not denying your fear. You're letting it know it's not in charge. Because if you don't answer that voice, it becomes the narrator of your life. And guess what? You'd never watch a movie where the narrator just whispers, "You suck," every 5 minutes. Tip 3. Perfectionism is just procrastination wearing a fancy hat. Let me guess. You don't speak up until your sentence is perfectly worded. You don't post unless it's flawless. You don't act unless you've already won in your head. That's not high standards. That's fear dressed in productivity drag. Because perfectionism isn't noble, it's cowardice with a PhD. It's your brain saying, "If I never finish, I never fail." Cute logic. Terrible strategy. Here's how to break it. Set a time limit. Whatever's done in 15 minutes is the final draft. Post the thing before your brain can edit it 14 more times. Say it, stutter and all. You're not a TED Talk. You're a human. Because confidence doesn't come from doing it right. It comes from doing it anyway. And when someone calls you out for a typo, smile and say, "Yeah, my confidence spelled it." Tip 4. Confidence lives in movement, not thoughts. You'll never think your way into confidence. Trust me, we've tried. Confidence is a full-body sport. You want to feel powerful? Move like someone who is. Here's the cheat sheet. Walk like your hips have opinions. Talk with your hands like you're explaining an alien invasion. Stand like you just won a fake award and nobody knows it's fake. Laugh louder than you're comfortable with. Why? Because your body feeds your brain signals. And if you stand small, fidgety, and hunched, your brain thinks, we are prey. No, you're not prey. You're the weird goose that bites back. So take up space. Let your body show your brain who's boss. Even if you're panicking inside. Because panic can't win if swagger walks first. Tip 5. Nervous system regulation equals cheat code for instant confidence. Here's a science fact nobody teaches in school. Confidence isn't just mindset, it's nervous system regulation. When your heart races, your palms sweat, your voice shakes. That's not lack of confidence. That's your body saying, "This situation feels unsafe. Let's hide." And you can't logic your way out of that. But you can soothe your system. Try this before scary stuff. Long exhale breathing. In for 4, out for 8. Do that for 1 minute. Power pose for 60 seconds. Hands on hips like you just conquered Mordor. Shake your arms out like a Muppet on espresso. These tiny hacks tell your body, "Hey, we're safe. We've got this. Let's shine." And guess what? A calm body becomes a bold voice. A grounded system becomes unshakable presence. You don't need to be fearless. You need to breathe like a boss. Tip 6. Imposter syndrome? Good. That means you're not a narcissist. You've probably thought, "I don't belong here. They're gonna find out I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just faking it. Here's the twist. Everyone who cares about doing well thinks that. You know who doesn't? Sociopaths and toddlers. So next time imposter syndrome hits, reframe it. It's not proof you're a fraud. It's proof your standards are higher than your comfort zone. Also, the people around you, half of them are also faking it. The other half are too self-absorbed to notice you. And the top 1% still Google what is Excel formula. So walk into that room like you belong. Because if you're already doubting yourself, you're definitely not the most delusional person there. Tip 7. Turn your cringe into currency. Here's a confession. Every confident person you admire, they've done deeply embarrassing **T. The difference? They own it. You ever trip on nothing and then just break into a jog like you meant it? That's the energy. Take every awkward, weird, overly enthusiastic moment from your past and turn it into material. Make it a bit. Make it a story. Make it a TED Talk with bad lighting. Why? Because confidence isn't the absence of cringe. It's the ability to carry cringe like a handbag. Nobody wants perfect. They want real. And real people stumble, overshare, cry at Pixar, and still show up. You want to feel powerful? Be the person who cringed and came back stronger. Tip 8. Do something slightly bold every day until bold becomes normal. You want confidence? You have to do scary stuff while your brain screams no. But here's the hack. Don't start big. Start tiny bold. Examples. Send that message without rereading it 7 times. Say thank you when complimented without deflecting like a ninja. Make eye contact 1 second longer than normal. Post that thing. Speak first in a group. Wear something weird on purpose. These are reps. You're not trying to go viral. You're trying to teach your nervous system. We do brave things. Nothing explodes. Keep going. The more tiny bold things you do, the less your brain resists. And eventually, you look up and realize you're one of those people. The ones who speak, move, and show up like they're allowed to take space. Because you are. Tip 9. You don't need external validation, but it's fun to fake it until you stop craving it. Let's be honest. We all want approval. Even cavemen needed a nice spear, bro, to keep going. But if your self-worth depends entirely on claps from strangers, you're basically a dancing algorithm in human skin. Here's how to fix it. Borrow confidence from a version of you that exists in your head. Future you, cool you, main character you. Pretend they're watching, applauding, taking notes. When your brain begs for validation, say, we're not doing this for applause. We're doing this because I'm becoming that **TCH. And when someone does compliment you, don't deflect. Don't self-deprecate. Say, thanks. I agree. The goal isn't to never want approval. It's to not need it to function. Because once you become your own hype machine, you stop chasing claps and start commanding rooms. Tip 10. Confidence is a muscle, not a miracle. You don't get jacked from one push-up. You don't become fluent in confidence from one compliment. Confidence is built like gym reps, bad Tinder dates, and weird presentations where you say, 14 times, but still survive. Here's the 3-step plan. 1. Do stuff while scared. 2. Repeat until less scared. 3. One day, realize you're not scared. You're just doing the thing. That's it. Confidence is not magic. It's math. Actions times reps equals identity shift. You are not an imposter. You're just in training. The big finale. Confidence doesn't feel like, I'm amazing. It feels like, I'll be fine, even if I'm not. Here's the truth no one tells you. Confidence isn't a roaring lion. It's not I got this. It's more like, I might mess up. I might look dumb, but I'll survive. And I'll probably laugh about it later. It's calm. It's quiet. It's you deciding to bet on yourself, even when the odds feel weird. So stop waiting to feel confident. Start acting like someone who deserves to be in the room. Because guess what? You already are. And if your brain doesn't believe it yet, screw it. Drag it along anyway. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe if you're ready to become the kind of person who walks into a room and doesn't shrink. Because next time, Skill 7. How to build real discipline without becoming a cold, joyless productivity robot. You don't want to miss it.